And if there's a woman listening now and she's looking for a relationship, what are some of the qualities she should be looking for in a man?
I think it really just depends on her. I think the reality is, have a look at things that make you deeply insecure and difficult to be with. And if you are aware of those things, then you need a partner that will soothe your anxieties rather than ignite them. Now, if you know you're naturally quite clingy and you know you need a lot of time and affection with your partner, don't choose a super busy, high-flying man, because it will bring out the worst in you and the relationship won't last. But if you are very autonomous and very independent and very secure, then by all means choose a man who has similar qualities. But really bear in mind what part of you makes relationships hard, and then try and find a man that will navigate those experiences rather than ignite them, rather than make it so much worse for you. And that is actually the key, unfortunately. It's about looking internally and finding the balance.
And what's your advice on how a woman should avoid being clingy, if there's even a way
Well,
to...
here's the thing. Being clingy is very normal. I'm clingy as hell. Are you clingy?
I can be.
I'm
yes.
crazy clingy. I could live in your skin. It's no bother to me. Like, there's no bother to me at all. I'm super clingy. But the reality is, here's how to navigate clingy people. When you have a clingy partner, if you just tell your partner, oh, I'm quite clingy, if he gives clingy people, the antidote is consistency. If you have a clingy partner, but they hear from you maybe morning, lunch and night, what happens then is when you give them reassurance and you give them stability, they start to let go. They let go, they let you go. So if you hear from your partner in the morning, you're like, okay, bye, have a great day. You don't need to check in on them again for a while. But what happens to clingy people is when they go prolonged periods of time without hearing from their partner, then they get intense, then they get clingy. So clinginess is not a state, it's a reaction caused by absence. So if your partner taps in every now and then and just checks in, you'll be so surprised how much the clinginess will just go. People think if I keep tapping in, she's going to get worse, but actually she calms down. But as long as she can rely on you to check in on her on a daily basis, she will become less clingy. So that's the cure, really. You need a partner who understands that, stabilizes it, and then you'll become more independent.
And, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. She's talking to this guy, and he said to her, I'm not looking for a relationship. And she was considering whether she should still go on the date or not. Can you change a man's mind, or is he just saying that to protect himself?
I'm sure I don't want to say no, you can never, because, you know, people change. It's not the, you know, I don't want to say one size fits all. But the reality is, if he's told you that, you have to accept it rather than try and change it.
Okay.
We need to practice dating with acceptance rather than challenge. Don't see it as, oh, but maybe I can change. He's thinking maybe I can change her. Maybe she won't want a relationship.
Right.
So just like you meet a man and you say, I want a relationship, he says, I'm not ready for a relationship, and you're thinking, maybe I can change him. He's thinking, maybe I can change her. Maybe she'll never want a relationship. Maybe she'll be open to me being polyamorous. Maybe.
Yeah.
So just like how you don't think you'll change your mindset, he doesn't think he will. And everybody deserves acceptance. So if he doesn't want a relationship, accept that about him. Don't judge him for it. Yeah. But like I said, it's like having an allergy in a restaurant. Once you've said your allergies, if everything contains nuts, you can't get mad at them for that. You let them know, but then you move on. And if they say, I can make something that doesn't have nuts for you, but you can stay. Similarly, if the person says they can meet your needs, stay. But if the person doesn't say that, then accept.